to you with my workshop. Well, I guess I would say webinar. And I would like to call it my motivational marketing. And what I would like to propose is that I provide you with some tools on how you can be successful in your business. And I invited my friend Lowell Vickers. Would you like to say hi, Lowell?
Hi, everyone.
And Lowell is coming from the South Africa, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Yay! I didn't screw that one up. So what I thought is I wanted to be motivating. And so Lowell kind of the other night put a phrase out there, and we all kind of put our 2 cents on it because we thought we heard it one way. So, which we thought was cool because we got 3 different versions of it. And the version I got is faith it till you make it. Do you like that? What do you think, Lowell? What was the original?
Look, what I was saying is that, I think in this particular space and in this industry, in the home business space and MLM and network marketing, I think a phrase that has possibly been used up a bit is the original was fake it till you make it. In other words, if you where you need to be at, just put on that mask, that false face, and fake it till you make it. But then I'm not quite sure who came up with the idea that does lend itself to insincerity. You don't want to be faking stuff, and they changed the phrase to faith it, FAITH, faith it till you make it. So in other words, believe that you can do it, and eventually that belief will become your reality, and you can then begin to experience the kind of success. So the phrase that I did share with everybody the other day was faith it till you make it, but it came out as I think because of possibly the bad connections over the internet, it came out as face it till you make it, which is also not bad advice. So,
yeah.
So I think we hit a double whammy there with two new bits of advice for everybody.
We sure did. Well, why don't you tell us? Well, I'll start out. I'll say a little bit about me. This is actually my first webinar, and I have been in the business now just shy a year. And I got into it because I am disabled and I wanted to be able to provide for my family beyond the check from the government. Because as a disabled person, I get a standard once a month check. And I have an 8-year-old son. I have 2 daughters that are grown, and I have grandkids. So I would really like to provide for my family beyond that set check. And I started looking out there, well, what can I do? What can I do I can't work because I can't stand. I have a lot of back issues. I don't have to go there. But so one day I was just, really down and sad. And Ed Dyer, a lot of people know him. I followed him, and then he got me onto EFT, which is Emotional Freedom Technique. Have you ever heard of that, Lowell?
I haven't. Tell us more.
All right. Well, it's it's tapping, and you tap on the meridian points. I hope I said that word right. But here, down, and you're here, and actually under your arm. You go kind of funny, but you kind of center yourself.
Hey, now that
you got it.
Sorry, let me interrupt. Now that you're actually demonstrating, yes, I actually have. I didn't associate the name with a technique, but I have seen the technique demonstrated.
Yeah. So Ed Dyer, before he passed, I hope I got I'm doing his name right. And then I had another gentleman, Brad Yates, and I was on a webinar, but it was via phone calls. And I actually pushed the button for my hand up because I wanted to ask a question. And he actually chose me. And so I said, I told him this is what, I feel like I'm useless. I'm disabled. I can't do. And so he did a round of tapping with me. And in the tapping, first he reminded me of Stephen Hawkins. Do you know who he is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he couldn't do anything. And he made, he was able to make beyond a government check. And so then I started going, so I started doing some research. And I did record my session with Brad. And I do play that over and over again because it reminds me that I am not limited. I'm limitless. So that's kind of how I fell into this. I also, trying to find something to do, as the more I looked at it, do you know you can get an education just sitting here? You can get a degree sitting here on the computer. Being that I've had 7 back surgeries, I run my business off my phone a lot of times because I'm always in the car or I'm always at doctor's appointments. So that's this gave me the freedom to be able to have to do my doctor's appointments, or if I can't get out of my chair today, I can still work. So that's more than I thought I would tell you, but that's okay. So that's how I fell into it, Lowell. How about you?
Yeah, well, okay, I've got to fetch my story from further back. I think the first sort of official exposure that I had to the MLM or network marketing was back in, I think it was 96, That was quite some time back. And right from the get-go, I was absolutely fascinated and attracted to the marketing plan and the compensation models that that the MLMs and the network marketing companies do provide. My background is I have a qualification in electrical engineering. I have sort of gravitated to sales in the engineering field, and that's what I do right now as a day job. So I've always had, obviously, I've had that to fall. Well, I don't want to say fall back on, but I mean that's been my sort of main career path all these years. But I've always had a fascination with the network marketing, multi-level marketing space, and then obviously as technology developed and the internet became more and more of a the online marketing guys started jumping on board and seeing the potential of using the medium of online marketing for their businesses, their home-based businesses, and so on. And that's how I eventually, through various companies where I've never really been too active and never really taken it too seriously, I've eventually come via a previous association through our one of our group leaders at the moment, Dave Reinecker, and another lady in the States, Laura Parrish, to this space where Teri and I basically met each other in a system called MLSP, and that's where we are at the moment, and that's how we met. And I'm very, very excited about the systems that they've developed within MLSP. Brian Finola and his group of guys who were the whiz kids who put this all together. I have lots of respect for a lot of the youngsters. And it is really great to see what they've put together and the systems they've put together and everything that we're learning from them. And what I do like about it is that they do encourage you to take massive action, and they have so much training available and learning systems available in the background for us all. And yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I kind of drifted away from the pure sort of network marketing models to focus on online marketing and developing my online skills. So I do see that a lot of the people in the space, in the group with me, actually do have that sort of backup as well. The online marketing plus other products that they're marketing, and I do realize that possibly that's something that I should consider again and get back into a pure network marketing model, because the opportunities there, to really hit a successful level are I think just limitless, really. So that's where I am. That's where I've come from. It's all the way from '96. It's been 20 years.
Wow.
And I think for the first time I can say that for the first time I found a home, where we are now, where Teri and I both found ourselves. And I don't think any of you realize how out of our comfort zones we are at the moment, still getting into, we're just being thrust into and being told in no uncertain terms that we'll get into these hangouts and just get going on them. And it's a great learning experience, and I think Teri will agree that it's a lot of fun, and it's so great to be able to meet up with like-minded people from all over the world, and just do business without any boundaries or borders with each other and with people of like mind. So that's a little bit of my story.
That is great. I did not realize you had gone back that far. Wow.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Yeah, I like the freedom that they had given us. I keep calling this a webinar, but I guess it's a live hangout. I just have webinar in my mind from taking so many. We were hanging out the other night, and what we were doing is going over tips that make us successful. Wasn't that what we were doing? So I just wanted to bring up some of the tips.
Mm-hmm.
That you shared some. What did you share? And then I'll give you what I got. You don't remember.
Okay. Was that in Dave's hangout on Monday night, was it?
I do believe so. And
yeah.
Gosh darn it. Now I'm freezing up. That's all right. We can.
I think the one thing that I was talking about a couple of pennies that have dropped for me. In the difference between making a success in this business or not. Going into business for yourself, whatever your passion is that you've decided to pursue. But any business does involve an element of marketing yourself, of getting yourself out there, of getting yourself into getting into a position where you've got a lot of traffic going by you. Typically a very good place to be in a traditional brick and mortar business is to be in a popular mall, so that you've got a lot of feet crossing your threshold, and that's exactly the same concept that one needs to understand about marketing yourself online. Is you need to be in a space where you are being noticed. And as I mentioned there, I think the very first thing that the first penny that dropped for me was that followers don't follow followers. You have to get your mind right and into that mindset that you are going to take a lead in whatever it is you want to promote or market, and an active lead, and put yourself out there and become a bit of a leader. And I did mention that the way the guys who assume those leadership roles before technology were the guys who would slap up the whiteboard and grab the colored pens and start scribbling on and jump up on stage and start scribbling on the whiteboards. Okay, so you just have to be prepared to do that. And I think the technology has made it easier for us. We don't even have to leave our homes. We just have to flip open the PC and switch on the YouTube live stream, and off we go, you know. And I think we really need to all take advantage of that. Another one I did mention, I think, was consistency. If you are going to do this, you know, in your mind, just get that mindset that it's something that you need to spend a bit of time on a daily basis, and develop that consistency and that frequency of getting into your business, whatever it is you're promoting. And also, I think people get into the trap of getting into a learning rut. You know, they get into this learning groove where they're always, oh, no, I can't do this before I've got it down pat, and I've got to get it just right before I actually go out there and apply it. And so I found myself all learning a lot of new stuff. You know, I think my head's going to explode with everything that I've learned and that I know now. But I think the secret is to jump out of that comfort zone and start applying that stuff, and start sharing it with other people, and share what you know with other people. There are people out there who are hungry for this knowledge. And, you know, they're not always going to find, we think that everybody knows all the gurus are, you know, the leaders in the industry, and we assume that everybody knows them, but that's not so. You know, you've got to kind of mine into your own circle of influence, influencing those people. They don't know the gurus in the industry, because if they're not involved in the industry, how would they? But they know you personally, and their entry into this space and into this world of online marketing is most possibly through you, because they're the one who you know, that they know. You're the one that they know. And so, yeah, get all of that knowledge out of your head onto Facebook Live recordings, or onto your own Hangout, or start your own blog and start getting that stuff out there and sharing that value with your circle of influence. And I think you'll be surprised at the kind of results that you will get. So those are some of the pennies that have dropped for me recently, and that I'm excited about, Teri.
Yeah, thanks, Lowell. I kind of right there with you. I never did before. I'm actually an ex-hairdresser, so I was
Okay.
constantly educating myself. You know, I actually won a lot of awards. I competed in Hawaii. But in order to do that, I had to always, like you said, educate myself and be at the top of my game. You know, if I was going to do a flat top, I really had better know how to do it correctly. So I think in the business here is that we're always educating ourselves, and people might not see it, but I go to sleep with the headphones on, and like positive affirmations, and because I tend to get down on myself. I'm bad for that, and I know it, and I'm working on it. But you know, I know a lot of us we are burning up. Jack Canfield, Zig Ziglar. I mean, anybody. Diane Hockman. You know, we are constantly educating ourselves, and I think that because we are doing that, I think we can become better leaders in that. And I think, like you said, consistency and stay focused. We have to stay focused and not see or be attracted by little shiny objects over here, over there, you know, and be true. You know, I'm not going to go take a picture of myself with a Ferrari and say, oh, yeah, you know, I'm killing it here. I'm just going to be true and honest in who I am. And that's what I'm going to bring to the table. And one other thing is we were talking about going back to the first videos for some of us that are not broke in all the way. So I went back, and my first video was only in February of this year, and now you have my YouTube channel. It's on there, and it's quite interesting. However, I think I'm still I am that still same person, but I've got a lot more education than I did in the beginning, from February to now. So I challenge you. Oh my gosh, did you make videos back in '98?
No, that was before video and all that kind of stuff. I
The
think
big
my first
camcorder?
video, yeah, no, nothing like that. This video was in December last year. Would you
Wow.
believe?
We'll have to look that
Yeah.
up.
Mm.
We'll have to do a
Long ago.
videothon.
Yeah, and I think that was on my phone. I just grabbed my phone the one day and I cut a video on there. And I think I went through a bit of a reaction from that, and sometimes you venture out and do something, you just dive into it, and then you have a look at yourself and then think, oh no, what was that all about? But obviously Dave, he's forcing us into this kind of stuff, so kudos to him.
And he must know something. Let me jump in there real quick about Dave Renica, is that he challenges us, and on our Saturday night workshops, we have to make a video to be able to get into that workshop. And I've seen it when I think there was 20 people on the one of our workshops, and it's so incredible because it's an open mic, pretty much an open mic. Anybody can ask any question, and with 20 people, there's going to be somebody with the answer.
Absolutely, yeah. No, so I think if anybody that Teri, you probably are going to send this link once you've cut the video and recorded it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to send it to. You did mention that there was a friend that you'd like to have on here, but anybody else that you in your circle of friends and influence that you're going to send this to, and just to them, I'd like to say, if what you're seeing here does grab your fancy and you are interested, give or shout out, follow up with her, and ask her more about what it's all about, and let her expose you to a wonderful community where we support each other and help each other, and learning how to market ourselves. I think eventually I found a great marketing school in MLSP, and they are sincerely want every one of us to succeed in whatever venture, passion, business that we want to put out there, and go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. And we're with MLSP, which is My Lead System Pro. And if we didn't mention it because I was nervous, is that we actually help provide people ways to get leads to their product. And we have education. We can help you with that. We can help you. My friend, she sells cosmetics, and she's having a problem getting people to her site. So I'm helping her with that. So anybody could value from this. So we're not trying to make a sale here. We're trying to help you. We're here to help you succeed and make a business. And yes, I will post this link and all my contact information with this one as well. But I really thank you, Lowell, for jumping in on the fly for me. I really appreciate it. And you taught me how to do this within 10 minutes. I had no clue, and boom, 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 we did it.
Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of it. Anybody wanting to learn, skill themselves up on online marketing, it's not rocket science. We'll help you. We'll take you through the steps. And I think a lot of people in their minds try and overcomplicate it, and you just have to go through the steps and the techniques. And we got Teri up and flying within 5 minutes, man. It was quick.
It was.
Yeah. So
great.
Yeah.
All right, so let's sign out. We hope everybody has a great day, evening, night, wherever you are. Thanks a lot, Lowell.
Yes. All right.
Yes, it was great. All right, good night.